found a freak I wanted to share with you guys on the Facebook.
Sweet.
This was actually, this came through my all-time favorite website, Torque News.
I'm always on there.
But
for cars.
yeah, it's for cars. You know, I like to
Bikes too, maybe.
I'm a big car guy, as you can tell by my four-cylinder golf cart engine Nissan Versa. But this is
you enjoy torque. You enjoy horsepower.
I love it. I like the heavy metal thunder. That's just in my brain at all times. But yeah, it's a now deleted Facebook post from a dentist in Huntington Beach, and his name is Steven, and this was reported in the thing.
He didn't delete it too quick, though.
Well, that's
Rivers caught it.
Well, and I looked, because I read it on Torque News, and so obviously they linked it. I was like, well, I got to check this guy out. And so I was reading
They
it.
vet the reporters at Torque News.
Well, he had deleted this, but I was like going through his feed. I was like, oh, this is, because I was reading it. I was like, this is so ridiculous. There's no way. And then I saw it. I was like, oh no, that's him.
All right.
So just for independent investigation, pretty sure Steven meant all of this. So this is the post. You worked hard, but your kids don't want to hang out with you.
Immediately depressing.
And relatable.
And your friends are too busy to visit. You're getting older every day, and your neck, your back are complaining.
Pussy and crack.
Your pussy and your crack are complaining too.
I'm tired.
Shut up, I'm doing all the work.
You stink.
I love just that whole paragraph is just some woe is me shit.
Yeah,
I
geez.
work hard and everything is bad.
Well, what's the next line? Like, so what do? Join a fight club.
So, I mean, it's not that far off. He says,
Okay.
You need a man cave and a Batmobile and a powerhouse.
Does that mean your kids are going to be like, let me come to the man cave, Dad? I want to talk to you again.
And it would be nice to have something that would make people snap their necks and glare.
Ooh, like an excited glare or an angry one?
A good way to get your kids who don't want to hang out with you to get closer to you is to alienate yourself further.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the way.
And buy a bunch of stupid ass shit.
I'll tell you what.
Hey, you kids aren't getting an inheritance. Dad's getting a Batmobile.
Fuck your college. I'm
Oh, you got beat up today? I got an air hockey table.
And I'll smash you.
You're not allowed in there, though.
He says, what you want is an overpowered, overpriced, over-the-top giant fridge on wheels. They can't ignore you anymore. Maybe attention isn't what you want. Maybe it's too radical for your neighbors. But you don't care. You are old, tired, and cranky. And you've had it up to here with politics and the media.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you just want to exit the parking lot by driving over the parking stops and out onto the
Okay,
sidewalk.
before you continue, I have
Sometimes you want to
I have a legit
commit a
question.
crime.
Yeah, you want to do a rampage.
Was this posted on his own page or to a group?
Personal Facebook page.
Okay.
So this is like his post on his own wall.
Yeah, and then somebody at Torque News was like, I guess.
Who is this Lester Burnham-esque character?
Yeah.
If you read bad news sites nowadays, they're often just basically social media posts that have been rewritten into article format.
Yes,
So what
yeah.
happened was this post went semi-viral.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And then Torque said, oh, we should write an article and make some ad money.
Yep,
Wow.
By just posting this copy-paste.
This guy could be cleaning your teeth.
Yeah. He says, you're over those bushes by the house, but you don't want to cut them. Just drive over them.
This guy sounds like he's never fucked up a car before. That would fuck up your car.
Do you need 850 horsepower and a 3-ton fridge? Who cares about what we need? We are animals, driven by passion for what we want.
We are men!
You deserve it. Life is tough. Answer back tougher. The world is full of nonsense. So drive something that makes even less sense. Enough of people giving you headaches. It's time to give back. You want a Cybertruck.
You
deserve it.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, hell yeah. So that was
Yeah, girl, do that retail therapy. You feel miserable. All you need to do is buy something, and everything will change.
It's not easy to pull out of a parking lot in one of those. It really
No.
is like incredibly difficult to
Have you
maneuver.
driven one?
No. I haven't fucking driven one. I'm
No,
just
I
assuming.
would be like happy if you somehow found your way into just
If I
test
could,
driving
yeah.
one. And I'd be pissed if you owned one.
They're not easy to drive, but they are
Right.
easy to sleep in and listen to Bachman Turner Overdrive.
Yeah, hell yeah. No, my thing with those, I mean, aside from everything, is I haven't driven a Cybertruck. I did once rent I was just trying to rent a normal car, but they ran out of cars. I ended up with a Dodge Challenger,
Nice.
This happened to me recently.
This happened, yeah.
which was like badass for a temporary kind of thing, but like it's all blind spot.
They drive like
yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
They
you
drive like shit.
Not a good rental car. It's like
No.
can't see anything.
I gotta say, I felt powerful. We were in the South, and
Yeah.
Carter somehow. What was it? A Dodge?
I mean, I got like a fucking.
no, it was like the Dodge Warrior.
It was the Dodge
Okay.
Ram Rebel.
Rebel.
It was the most MAGA car I've
It
ever
was-
driven in my life, and it was like the most. It was just this
It
huge
was the
fucking
Dodge
truck.
Savage.
Yeah, it was the Dodge Insurrection, and it was like it was guzzled fucking gas, and then one day it just didn't
Oh yeah, it
start.
stopped working. I forgot
Like,
about that.
it fucking just
We had to take
completely
it back.
like shit a brick, and it was like a new car. And like, but like the dude who was like, I had to wait for this car for like 2 hours, and they'd given away we gave away our fleet in Knoxville.
That's what happened to me.
Yeah, it's like, well, that defeats the purpose of a reservation.
Yes.
And I'm sure me and you had the same shit fit at the same unwitting Alamo employee.
Well, mine was here in Hollywood, and I was just
Okay.
like, they were like, yeah, we only have one car, but it's not clean yet. And I literally was like, I had to be at work. I was like, I gotta go. I don't give a shit what it is. And then they pulled that around. I was like,
Yeah.
ooh,
All right, we're doing it.
Bow,
I felt
bow.
very powerful in it. In the sense where, like, I too.
Carly's like a big car girly, I think. I think you're like you're a truck SUV lady.
I'm a car model. No, we've never talked about it, but I also have a Nissan Versa, which.
oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, it's. I'm selling it, by the way. The transmission
RIP,
is done. It's done. Which we could talk about later.
Yeah.
But,
I got a new one because it was still under warranty.
Oh,
Yeah.
You got another Nissan?
No, transmission.
Oh,
I was gonna say, you need
shit.
another one?
There was a recall.
See?
Go to the dealership.
I've tried. Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, long story short, Carter knows I have a lot of road rage.
Yes.
I'm really non-confrontational in life, but on the road, I'm like fucking out of my mind. And
I don't know anyone like that.
no, but yeah, definitely not you. But in the Dodge Rebel, in the Dodge Insurrection,
Dodge
I
Rebel.
felt-
The Dodge
yeah,
Uprising.
the Dodge Uprising.
The Dodge Buffalo head.
I felt like I could just. No one could fuck with me in it, you know, and I finally understood what it's like to be a Republican. I was like, this is nice.
Taking it to a Starbucks.
Yeah.
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 Can I get an egg white? Can I get an egg white wrap?
Did it have a really shitty turning radius?
Yes.
Because when my parents came and got one of those, that's one of the things I noticed. The
Yes.
for a new car, it's fun. It drives terribly.
Dude.
For like
It's not
what a
good,
modern
yeah.
car should do.
I mean, like, yeah, it had a terrible turning radius. It just wouldn't start sometimes. And like the guy who gave it to me was acting like he was like, dude, I'm gonna hook you up, dude. Guess what, dude? It's your lucky day.
That's
bitch.
how you have to act when you fuck up someone's reservation.
Yeah.
It gets
Yeah.
10 miles to the gallon. I'm hooking you up.
He
Gaslight
does-
them into thinking that,
He's gaslighting you because when you drive 50 miles, the gas light comes on.
hey, oh.
Boom!
I do think a lot of the rental cars are cars that don't sell at like
Yeah.
regular lots for a variety of reasons.
I bought my car from Enterprise.
You can't.
Yeah.
I refuse to believe you were allowed to buy a Versa off the lot. They're all former rental cars.
Yes, yeah, exactly. I
know mine
bought my
was.
Versa from an Enterprise, and it immediately fell apart as soon as I drove off the lot. I was like,
It's been falling apart for 8 years.
I was like, I got an amazing deal.
Hell yeah.
R.I.P. that car. It does make a very disconcerting cha-chunk noise every time
Not
you stop,
great.
but
It's not good.
it's your baby in a little bit, you know.
Yeah. Well, I know we got listeners in Huntington Beach, so if
Hell yeah.
you can probably you can
Surf's
probably.
up.
I don't want to blow the guy's spot up, but if you private message me, I'll give you the last name and let's compare notes. I need to
We're
know.
just doxing him.
Yeah. Low key.